Good morning, students. Today we will study the next part of the reproductive health. So, what are the topics we are going to study here? That causes of infertility and the assisted reproductive technologies, that is ART. And these are the technologies we are going to study: IVF, IUT, ZIFT, ICSI, GIFT, AI, IUI. Definition and applications are only there. Causes, symptoms and methods of prevention of sexually transmitted disease, all these: gonorrhea, syphilis, genital herpes, chlamydiasis, genital warts, then trichomoniasis, hepatitis B and AIDS. So here the causes of infertility means, what is the meaning of infertility? Meaning of infertility is the inability of the naturally conceive a child in spite of long term unprotected sex, or to carry pregnancy to full term. So this problem, that this inability to naturally conceive a child, this is known as the infertility. Now here there are many reasons why a couple may not be able to conceive. So we will see all these causes also, and that infertility affects approximately 10% of the people of the reproductive age. Roughly 40% of the cases involve a male contribution or a factor, and 40% involve a female factor, and the remainder it involve both the sexes. So what are the causes? The causes may be there, that is the unblocked fallopian tubes. So due to that, what happens, the sperm cannot reach the egg, because you know that the fallopian tube is the organ in the female reproductive system which allow the sperm to reach the egg. So that is also the preventing the fertilization. Then sperm's inability to fertilize the egg. So when they meet, so sperm cannot fertilize the egg. In that case also the zygote cannot be formed. Then inability of the fertilized egg to become implanted. Suppose if it is fertilized, zygote is formed, but the zygote cannot be implanted in the woman's uterus, and insufficient, that sufficient embryo quality, suppose if it is not there, then in that case also that zygote cannot develop, and that women cannot conceive. So these are the causes of that infertility. Some more causes are there. The most common male infertility factors are there. They are azoospermia, oligospermia. So what is the meaning of azoospermia? Azoospermia means no sperm cells are produced. So when male does not produce any sperm, this condition is known as azoospermia. So that is also the obvious reason there means of that infertility. Then oligospermia is there. Oligo means few. So only few sperm cells are produced, then in that case also they are not sufficient to fertilize the egg cell. And sometimes the sperm cells are malformed also, or they die before they reach the egg. In rare cases, infertility in men is caused by genetic diseases also, like cystic fibrosis or chromosomal abnormality. Now in the female, the most common female infertility is the ovulation disorder is there. And other causes of female infertility include the blocked fallopian tube, as I discussed earlier, or congenital anomalies are there, that is birth defects are there involving the structure of the uterus, and uterine fibroids are there. They all are associated with the repeated miscarriages. So these are the reason for the infertility. So now we will see the treatment of infertility, how it can be overcome. So most infertility cases, like 85 to 90%, they are treated with the conventional therapies such as the drug treatment or surgical repair, or of a reproductive organ. Like common lines of treatment are there. Fertility medication is there, in which which stimulates the ovaries to ripen and release the egg. Surgery is also there to restore potency of the obstructed fallopian tubes are there, that can be opened with the help of surgery, that is known as the tuboplasty. Now some other methods are there. They are known as the assisted reproductive technologies. So what are assisted reproductive technologies? Their short form is ART. They are the special techniques that assist couple to have children. So what are these techniques? Various techniques of the reproductive technologies. They include in vitro fertilization, that we call as IVF, zygote intrafallopian transfer, that is ZIFT, Intracytoplasmic sperm injection, that is ICSI. Gamete intrafallopian transfer, that is GIFT. Artificial insemination, that we call as the AI. So these are some technologies in order to treat the infertility. Now we'll study the in vitro fertilization, IVF. So what are the steps taken in this that method? It is a fertilization outside the body in almost a similar condition as that in the body. So fertilization, it is taking place outside the body. Conditions are provided same as required in the body. In this method, popularly known as the test tube baby program, also means that very commonly this IVF is known as the test tube baby also. Here, ova from the wife or the donor female and sperm from husband or the donor male, they are collected and are induced to form the zygote under simulated conditions in the lab. And then after the zygote, which is obtained after this, so which is further this zygote or the fertilized egg, they are placed in the women's uterus, thus bypassing the fallopian tube. So zygote of the early embryos could then be transferred into the fallopian tube, that is ZIFT, zygote intrafallopian transfer. Now in this technique, what happened next is their zygote intrafallopian transfer. The zygote with 8 blastomeres can be transferred into the fallopian tube. So in this technique also, the eggs are removed from the women, fertilized and then placed in the women's fallopian tube rather than the uterus. So here one difference is there, that instead of placing the zygote into the uterus, it is transferred into the fallopian tube. That is why it is zygote intrafallopian transfer. Intracytoplasmic sperm injection, that is ICSI. What is done in this technique? Another specialized procedure to form an embryo in the lab, in which a sperm is directly injected into the ovum. So by this, that fertilization happens outside of the body. So the sperm, it is injected into the ovum, that is intracytoplasmic sperm injection. Here a single sperm is injected directly into the egg, and the fertilized egg is then placed in the women's uterus as in IVF. Then another technique we are going to study, gamete intrafallopian tube, that is GIFT. So here transfer of an ovum, because which is transferred here, gamete. So transfer of an ovum collected from a donor into the fallopian tube of another female who cannot produce one, but can provide suitable environment for the fertilization. Means women cannot produce the ovum, but it can provide the suitable environment for the fertilization. So here another woman is there who is donating the ovum. So transfer of an ovum collected from a donor woman into the fallopian tube of another female which cannot produce one, but can provide suitable environment for fertilization, and further development is another method attempted. So this is the gamete intrafallopian transfer. Eggs are removed from the women, placed in one of the fallopian tube along with the men's sperm, and this allows fertilization to take place in the women's body. Now here next that adoption also. So adoption also can be done from the orphanage or relatives. Then the next method is the artificial insemination. That process of insemination you have studied, that is the transfer of the semen in the female genital tract. So artificial insemination, this process involves the women being artificially inseminated with the donor sperm or her husband's sperm. So these are introduced either into the vagina or directly into the uterus, that is intrauterine insemination during fertile period. So that is artificial insemination. This infertility cases either due to the inability of male partner to inseminate the female or due to very low sperm count in the ejaculates could be corrected by this artificial insemination. So semen collected either from the husband or a healthy donor is artificially introduced into the vagina or into the uterus, that is IUI, intrauterine insemination of the female. So understood children, this is the artificial insemination. Then we have the next topic, that is sexually transmitted diseases, that is the known as the STDs also. And you have the different diseases in the syllabus here. So what are the sexually transmitted diseases? They are known as the STDs also and STIs also, or the venereal disease also, VD, which can be transferred from one person to another during the sexual intercourse. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, adolescents and young adults aged from 15 to 24 are at the greatest risk for acquiring the STD, and with over 5 million becoming infected each year. So important sexually transmitted disease, and there that causative organism I am discussing here. Symptoms and the prevention you will study from the book. So what are these diseases? So first we are going to discuss here gonorrhea. The causative organism of the gonorrhea is Neisseria gonorrhoeae. Then the next is there syphilis. Its that causative organism is treponema pallidum. Then genital herpes, its causative organism is HSV2 and HSV1 genital herpes. And next is the chlamydiasis, that its causative organism is chlamydia trachomatis. Then genital warts, its causative organism is human papillomavirus, that is HPV, human papillomavirus. Then trichomoniasis, its causative organism is Trichomonas vaginalis. And hepatitis B, its causative organism is hepatitis B virus. Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, AIDS, AIDS, and its causative organism is HIV. So there are two symptoms and two preventive that measures you will learn from the book. And in case you have any problem in the this diseases, you can ask. So first you read from the book also, and revise the content and ask your problem.